Howdy folks, and I hope your Jeffries tubes are all clear wherever you are in collecting land. And welcome back to the channel for another preview. So, with San Diego Comic-Con wrapping up for another year, and it was an amazing Comic-Con, I have to say, even though I wasn't there. I think it is a great time to be collectors, an amazing time to be a collector. The amount of stuff that they dropped, from action figures to, well, just across the board was incredible. But one thing that really caught Mr. Go Figure's imagination, and most certainly caught his eye, was none other than Factory Entertainment's 1/18th scale replica Enterprise bridge from the original TV show. This is something that I've only dreamed of, I've only fantasized about since being a very small child and having some very makeshift bridge toys, but this thing really blew me away. So much so that I thought I had to share the pictures of this thing. It just looks phenomenal. But before we dive in, I'd like to send the usual galaxy-sized shout out to everybody who's supported the channel, and please drop a like and hype on this video as it helps other people find Go Figure. And if you haven't already, be sure to mash that subscribe button and bell notification icon so you're not missing any of the action figure, diorama, statue, pop culture, memorabilia, prop replica, reviews, news, previews, tours, showcases, and all that other stuff that we've got coming up. Disclaimer as well at this point, a lot of the photos that you're going to be seeing in this preview, some were lifted from Comic-Con, some taken by third parties. I've got them from all over the place, so the quality can vary a little bit. I've tried to enhance them as much as possible, so but if there's some variance there, please bear with me. So, Factory Entertainment, I don't own anything that they've ever made. Hands up in the air. Never bought a Factory Entertainment product, but that is about to change, or at least next year. I can pretty much guarantee that. So, yeah, without further ado, let's dive in and have a look at the pictures. And as you can see by the thumbnail, this thing looks very impressive indeed. But yeah, you've got the turbo lift at the back there, as you saw in the thumbnail, and the first shot is sort of over the top and looking down on the bridge itself. I've got to say, I'm amazed. I am absolutely amazed at the level of quality, the detailing that Factory Entertainment had put into this. But yeah, let's get close up with it. So as you can see, you've got this sort of surround on the top there, over the lip of the console area, and obviously it's got NCC 1701 USS Enterprise around the side. But yeah, first shot there, stunning in my opinion. But yeah, let's get a bit closer. Well, before we get closer, actually, let's take a look at this thing as a whole. Now it comes on, and you can probably see here, it's difficult to make out, and I've not really got any clear shots of this, but from what I can tell, it comes on a base that is shaped like the Starfleet insignia. You can see the bottom ends of it there. Around the front, you've got the controls and this plaque. We'll get to those. And then obviously the main body of the bridge itself, and I'm assuming that the vast majority of this is going to be done in plastic. But yeah, let's zip on to the next shot. Another angle of the whole thing, slightly to the side this time, just to give you an idea of the proportions of the scale. I don't know the full scale. 1/18th, I would have to do the figures on that. But this is a bulky thing. It's going to take up a huge amount of space in your display, and I, for one, don't care because I want it. So move on to the next shot. Now, this is where it gets really interesting here. Star Trek devotees will know, excuse me, that the original set itself was done in a modular format, so the enormous cameras that they had back in the 60s that could move in to certain parts of the set, and so they could take out walls, so you could get different shots. And pretty much Factory Entertainment have followed that lead. So all this thing is modular, so you can literally lift out the navigation section, the weapon section, as it says there, so you can get different viewpoints, which really is, I think, is a superb idea to follow the original set lead. So when you've got it in your display, you can remove certain sections, you can look at it at different angles. It'll never get stale, this one. You're not forced into viewing it from a certain perspective, which I think, you know, copying the original idea was brilliant. And as you can see at the bottom here, it's got electrical contacts, because as we will look at, we are looking at probably the highest amount of LEDs I have ever seen in one place at any one time. But yeah, obviously it'll be USB-C powered. I would imagine 1 or 2 ports, maybe more there, simply because of the amount of power this thing's going to suck. But yeah, when you remove that module, obviously the lights go out, put it back in, lights automatically come back on. But we're starting to see the details on this interior, and this is where this thing really comes to life. Another shot from above looking in, and you can start to see what I'm talking about here when you're talking about the incredible level of detail that Factory Entertainment have packed in here. Just looks simply superb. But yeah, we need to get closer to these consoles and to the whole interior itself. But before we do that, let's just take a quick look at what's at the front there. We saw that in the exterior shot there. So front and center, you've got a name plaque. Obviously it says USS Enterprise on there, Star Trek logo, Model 00 here, because this is the prototype now. This is the first time they've shown this prototype publicly. It has been seen before in other areas, but this is the first time that we got to get a really good look at it ourselves, and I've got to say, super impressive. So name plaque at the front there. To the left of the name plaque, you've got the speaker. Now this is where all the sound effects are going to emanate from. And I think this is a brilliant idea. What they've done is they've replicated one of the communicator speakers from the original Enterprise itself and done it really well. It's done in that, I'm going to assume, plastic. It's done in that sort of battleship grey with the light on the right hand side, and that sort of, how can I describe it, material type interlaced golden weaved stuff that we saw in the original TV show. And I think it looks great. But yeah, that's where all your sounds are going to be coming from, and trust me, there's a lot of them. To the right of that name plaque, you've got the control buttons. Now, don't ask me which sound effect or which visual each of these buttons corresponds to. I don't know, but they all work and they all activate something. And I think the fact that Factory Entertainment, they've copied what we see on the original Enterprise, from the captain's chair to the helm. The buttons are the same style. They're in those primary colours. They're those sort of rocker switch buttons that we saw in the original series. I think they've done a cracking job. And as I say, each one controls one of the myriad of effects that are going on with this thing. So that's the controls. Let's go inside. Now, this is where Mr. Go Figure really was transported back to his youth. As regulars to the channel will know, I was born in '66. We saw the first episode of Star Trek and I was born. So 2 great things happened in 1966. But yeah, I was transported back to my youth, and I think this looks phenomenal. We'll start with the turbo lift. Now this is at the back of the model itself, as you saw there, in a separate compartment, well, a separate compartment, but attached to the bridge itself. And I think it just looks phenomenal. The photography, as I say, can vary here, but you can't deny, I don't think, how well Factory Entertainment have done here. So yeah, the turbo lift doors, fully functional, of course, activated by that panel that we just looked at. So they slide open. This is a view from the other side of that turbo lift door. And we're just seeing the level of detail they put on the other side as well. You've got that blue hue going on in the paint application, spot on for the turbo lift. You've got the grille on the top with the light. They've even, I think this is great, they put a grille on the top. Looks like they've blocked out certain areas and then put LEDs in, so the light falls inside the turbo lift in exactly the same way it did in the TV show, with those sort of angular reflections going on, shading areas going on. I just think it looks phenomenal. Even down to the super bright LEDs in the turbo lift handles. Can't fault that. It looks amazing. So the doors open and you get your first view of the bridge itself. A little sneak preview through the doors there. Just phenomenal. Absolutely. I'm blown away by this, as you can probably tell. This is going to be a gush fest, and I make no apologies for it. So when the doors fully open, and that's activated by the console, full sound effects there for the turbo lift doors opening. As you can imagine, you're into the bridge proper, and wow. Worth mentioning at this point as well, actually these sort of curved sections that sit on top of the modular pieces, they're removable as well. Although they were part of the Enterprise set, the original Enterprise set, they are removable, so you can actually look down and they don't obscure the view. So you can have the advantage of the lighting that's installed in those top pieces, or you can just go without that rim at all. But straight away, it looks incredible to me. Once again, you've got that battleship grey going on. You've got the black consoles with the red highlights, the red sort of banister type handrail thing running around the side. All look amazing, and we'll get to the lighting and the detail as well. That's another view from the back of the turbo lift looking into the bridge. Super impressive. And then you get to the detailing here inside. And honestly, I mean, particularly this photo and a couple of the others, these could have been lifted. These could be stills from the TV show, in my opinion. I think the detailing and the work they put in here at factory is that good. Stepping out of the turbo lift, you've got the schematic, the Enterprise schematic, backlit LED, wonderful. Then you've got all these screens at the top here, which are screen accurate. Now it's been described as having active screens. I don't know whether the screens themselves that actually circle the bridge are active screens. The main viewer is. I'm not sure whether these are just backlit sort of transparencies, because I can't see any variation in the photos here. I would say that these are more like backlit transparencies, but they are great. They look screen accurate. They are true to the TV show, and absolutely on point, as are these consoles. Oh, and worth mentioning these top lights as well. These are the top lights that we talked about in the removable lip section. Varying colours there. Screen accuracy on point. Detailing on the chairs. Let's talk chairs. Yeah, they're the right shape, they're the right scale, obviously. Even down to that detailing on the back there, and they are magnetic. So pretty much, I'm going to say all of the bridge itself, but around the workstations, around the captain's chair, all magnetic. So you can move these chairs around to your heart's content. Worth a mention as well. These panel lights on the right-hand side here. Absolutely on point, even down to, and this is at the edge, the other side of the bridge, at the edge of the main view screen, even down to these red panels where the lights actually run in a pattern alongside the view screen, and the pattern's accurate as well. Amazing stuff. A shot here with one of the module walls removed, looking straight at the captain's chair. Wow. The helm on point, loving that with that view screen, that rising view screen on the left-hand side. The captain's chair itself on point as well. I'm going to be saying on point a lot of times in this video. That's lit up. The consoles on either arm of the captain's chair, they're light up. The helm is fully illuminated, as are all the workstations, all the muster stations around the bridge. And you've got those white lights as well underneath each of the stations as well. On point, absolutely on point. Another shot of it there. I am just blown away with this, really am. I am blown away. Another amazing shot. Module from the side removed, looking straight on. And here we can see that ridiculous amount of LEDs I was talking about. Each of these consoles, I'm going to assume, has probably got 2 or 3 just plain white LEDs, and then they're using coloured acrylic or plastic or whatever it might be to give that sort of illusion of the myriad of colours that appeared on those buttons, on those sort of semicircular sections at each of the stations. Amazing. You've got Spock's doohickey, scanner doohickey here, bright blue light coming out of it, screen accurate. All these screens at the back are lit, and once again, these screens at the top as well. It's so busy, but so not, if that makes sense. It always looked active. There was always a blinking light or a flashing light going off somewhere, and they've caught that incredibly well, I think. Now, figures. Now, you probably noticed in the photographs so far an absence of bridge crew. Well, apparently that's something that Factory Entertainment are working on. They're going to be producing, fingers crossed, a set of 1/18 scale figures to go on the bridge, because it looks a bit barren without the crew. And so far, all they've shown us is a prototype Kirk and a prototype Uhura. I would like to see the full complement, a Sulu, maybe a McCoy, a Scotty for the engineering station. I'd like to see a full complement, but yeah, fingers crossed. Factory Entertainment will have these figures out for when the bridge replica itself is released. No release date on this. I have heard on the grapevine that it is due for some kind of release in 2027. We've got no idea of quantities. I'm going to assume that's going to be down to demand. I personally demand that Factory Entertainment make this. I'm going to be first in the queue. Take my wallet now. I think this is incredible. But yeah, obviously it's a prototype, so they've got to iron out some of the issues for mass production, but hopefully, yeah, fingers crossed, we'll be getting a full set of figures as well. And I think they look great. Once the paint application and sculpt's on, yeah, it's going to be brilliant. And over the top, above shot, looking down on those figures, and this shot is great because of the clarity here. You can see the level of detail here, the multicolored lights at the bottom there, buttons we've talked about, screens all nailed on. Worth a mention as well, original TV show, the floor was carpeted. Now, apparently Factory Entertainment, it's damn near impossible in 1/18th scale to do a believable grey carpet. So what they've used here is a sort of a sandpaper type material to emulate that short pile carpet. And I think it works. I think it looks on point. So yeah, the grey floor as well just looks excellent. On to the next, overhead of the helm. So you can get an idea of the detail and the lighting in particular here. Super accurate, that helm, as far as I can tell, with a big circle in the middle there. That's all lit. All these buttons on the left-hand side and the right-hand side, all lit, all screen accurate. I think it just looks amazing. You can see the detailing in the arms as well of the captain's chair from that shot. Chef's kiss to Factory Entertainment here. Another cracking shot here. Slightly different angle. We're starting to see the main view screen on the left-hand side there. We're going to get to that. That is the cherry on the cake. But once again, lighting, excellent. All over here. Not a bad angle with this. If they do make it, please, 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 do make this. And I do get it in hand. It will go up for review immediately, and I am going to have the time of my life doing a showcase with this. Because get this position right, get the lighting right, the camera in there, I think it's going to make for some stunning photography and video. Another shot of the helm there with that wall removed, just to give you an idea of the detail. Now we're starting to see this main view screen. That, to me, could be a still from the TV show, but the view screen itself, now, I do know this is an active video screen, operated by those buttons that we looked at earlier. Another shot of the helm there, I just love that helm. I'm hoping as well that this, the alarm light here, the warning light at the top of the helm is going to flash, but I'm sure it will. I think you go this far with a piece, the accuracy is just going to be there. Yeah, another shot of the turbo lift from a different angle, and the center chair, the big chair, yeah, now we're starting to see that main view screen. As mentioned before, the blinking lights either side, completely accurate, and another shot of that. That's a crisp shot, that one. I like that one, so you can get an idea of those that console detail. That one, you could almost be stood on the bridge there. When I look at that photo and it's on a big screen, I almost want to reach forward and put my hands on that handrail. That is that good, in my opinion. And another shot of the details slightly further down there. And another shot of the... I went shot happy with this, I've got to admit. It's just... there's just not a bad angle here for me. Another one that could be lifted directly from the show itself and just makes you feel like you're there. And that's the feeling I get with this piece. It's almost perfect, if that makes sense. Well, maybe it is perfect. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And another shot of the detailing. Now, that main screen that we were talking about. This is a view from above the whole thing itself, looking down. Now, what Factory Entertainment have done here, it's a proper video screen, and they have put on a loop shots from the TV show. Some main viewer shots, some shots from other portions of the TV show, everything that came across the main viewer that they could get their hands on. And it's full motion video, no stills here, runs on a loop for about 40 minutes, I think. So basically, once your 40 minutes are up, then it goes back to a moving Starfield screensaver. Yeah, combined with the sound effects, I think this is just going to be next level stuff. So yeah, we've got a shot there. There's another shot from the TV show there. We've got T'Pring there, looking wonderful. And yeah, schematics, all this stuff that you will recognize from the original TV show. They're a bit blurry, that shot, didn't come out too good. We've got another shot there, slightly crisper, that shot. Shot of the Earth there, just next level, absolutely next level. And finally, I've just thrown this shot in because I just think this shot's wonderful. So there you have it, folks. You can tell Mr. Go Figure is exceptionally excited for this one and will be all in. But what are your thoughts on this? Are you a Trekkie? Will you be picking this up? Is it an easy pass for you? Is it a childhood dream like it is for Mr. Go Figure? Let me know in the comment section below. I will be fascinated to hear your take on this, your take on the original show, your take on factory entertainment, anything at all. As I say, nothing's off menu. And so I suppose all it remains for me to say, before we depart, as I mentioned at the top there, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon, so you're not missing any of the action figure or replica stuff that we've got coming up. Yeah, I suppose all it remains for me to say after that is I hope this preview's been enjoyable and useful for you. Yeah, from myself, from the amazing Enterprise bridge given to us by Factory Entertainment, a massive thank you for watching, as always, and until next time on the channel, take care of yourselves and happy collecting.